October the 31st and the spooky goings on for Halloween is nearly upon us. And with that, Frontier have released some Spectrix paint jobs. Don't they look nice? What are you thinking? As you can see, I've got one for the Mandy, but they are available for other ships. Let's take a look. Now, it was quite interesting that we saw the words smile there for Halloween. No doubt a clue. Also, the Mandalay was the ship of choice. Now, when I say the ship of choice, the Spectrix blue paint job, the Spectrix orange, pink, or purple really, red, white, and what I've chosen, green, right? Which I think looks absolutely fantastic on the ship. Coming in at a 6,000 ARX, so about £5 quid, £6. Seems how it goes, you know, great British pounds. It's not a bad paint job. I went for the green one because my Mandalay, which I chose to be my about town for the Halloween event, is called the Goblin Juice. And that oozes Goblin Juice in my opinion. Even though the Mandalay, however, was featured on the full motion video that we just saw, the Spectrix paint job is available for what looks like to be all the ships. Cobra Mark 5, the Corsair, the Prospector. Let's scroll down, let's see if we got some of the bigger ones. Well, no, not all the ships indeed. So I do recount myself on that. So we've got Prospectors, Mandalays, Corsairs, Cobra Mark 5, good old Python, the Type 8, but no Panther Clipper. Interesting. Can you imagine what sort of a head fit that would be for the Prospector to have something like this and have the strobing holographic on it as well? Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, Halloween paint jobs. Love them or hate them, they're here. Let's have a look and see what it's really like on that Mandy. Well, here we are, and from my point of view, it doesn't look too bad, to be perfectly honest. Yes, the carrier is well lit. I've got my bloom set right up to ultra. It does look, I think, quite nice, and you can see why they said smile, because there's obviously that nice big teethy grin you've got there right on the Mandy. It was quite nice. I like it. I do like it. I like it a lot, to be perfectly honest with you. Interesting medium ships, though. Nothing else. Just medium ships. Very interesting indeed. Anyway, there you go. There's the Spectrix on the Mandy, just in case you were wondering what it was all looking like. Nothing going on underneath. It's all at the top. Just looked like someone's gone mental with a fluorescent paint can. So now I've changed into my Type-11 Prospector with its strobing motion holographic ship kit, for want of a better word. Right, when you look at that, I've got it in Demolition Crimson. All the way down the bottom, you can see here the Spectrix one again. You know, I think perhaps the orange. I don't know, see, I just think it's looking a bit on this particular model. Especially with this. And yes, you can get different ones. I know they've brought out new colours for it. But to be fair, I might go for the orange one here and take a look to see what all that's about. Got to use those ARCs somewhere. You can't just take them with you, can you? Let's face it. So let's get out and see what that looks like on the hull of the ship with the holographics going. Because we do this for science, so you don't have to. Now it is looking a bit of a head fit, especially with the holographics on there. Because of the footprint, I think, of the Type 11, you're not getting the full benefit. And certainly with the holographic on it as well, it's certainly a busy paint job. Let's just pop back into the hangar. Take the holographics off. Either way, you can see the teeth right there. Is this for you? For the Mandy, I'd say yes. For something a wider wingspan, I think absolutely. For the Type 11, Is there a little bit of regret going on? There certainly is. Let's take those holographics off. Now, as also mentioned with the Type-11 Prospector, holographics have been put on for different colours. Some might lend themselves better to this than what you've currently got, because you get, you know, the Chevron Holo Prospector kit in red with the ship if you buy the Galactic version. However, we are where we are. We're going to take that off and see what the ship looks like. Get back on the landing pad. Type-11 Prospector, everybody. Here it is. Spectrix orange. Does look better now, doesn't it? Without all the strobing nastiness going on. Still a little bit busy. I'm not sure you're getting the full benefit like what you got with the Mandalay. You be the judge. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I mean, to be fair, I'd probably use this on this paint job all year round. It looks nice, aggressive, and doesn't look too heavy. So there you have it, everybody. Yes, I've got my Orisa banners, but that doesn't make the blindest bit of difference. It does look quite nice. I'm quite enamoured with it. What do you think? Are you going to go and buy one? Is the Mandalay the one for you? I don't know. Who knows? And who knows what's going to happen for Halloween? Either way, I think it's a pretty decent paint job. You be the judge. I've been Ricardo. Thanks for watching. See you soon.